Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today from the rental cruiser here in my Prius. I feel like Andy trying to run over Dwight in the parking lot. But I won't take up too much of your time because I'm rolling to work this morning. I tried to make the Monday Night Raw 5-point preview. I actually tried to do it live yesterday. And I think because there was too much stuff on the Wi-Fi yesterday, I guess it just didn't want to work. So I sort of gave up and never went back to it. But tonight's Monday Night Raw, I think today's the 10th. It's going to be a big one because Vince McMahon has promised that we're going to do the Superstar Shakeup, which I originally thought was just going to be a one-day deal. Now it's going to be stretched over Raw and Smackdown. They're not really telling us a whole bunch about how these moves are going to be made. I believe that, if you look at past drafts, when they've actually had people select people, like when they had Vince and Flair back in 2002, I believe, that was really good. When they had, I'm not sure if it was Bischoff and Heyman doing it as GMs, and they had people picking their names out of balls, that wasn't as bad. But then when they went to the sort of thing where they went to the jumbo, the screen, Titantron, whatever you want to call it, where they just had names, or guys' faces, I guess is what it was, flashing around in a circle, and then it just magically landed on somebody. That kind of seemed hokey and bullshit. I want it to actually sort of seem like it's a little bit real. But WWE.com, they had an article up where basically they picked 9 names that their editors believed would be beneficial for their careers to be moved in the Superstar Shakedown. They had some good names on there. There's rumors flying around about Roman Reigns as well as Owens and Ambrose being traded for each other, bringing the United States Championship to SmackDown, bringing the Intercontinental Championship to Monday Night Raw. I'll be really honest, that one really captures my attention because of the fact that, since SummerSlam, Kevin Owens has been main eventing Monday Night Raw. It's been him and Jericho, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns main eventing the show the whole time, and it seems like they've gone in a big circle. They've fought just about everybody. They fought each other. We never really truly got that true Shield reunion. If they are able to bring Ambrose to Raw, I mean, you would be able to, have some big moments. We've had Rollins and Reigns tagged together. I don't think they really made that moment as big as it could have been. You bring Ambrose into there, I think people will be having a wet dream with having all 3 of those guys being able to team together. I think that's the best thing. And when it comes down to it, the titles honestly really don't even mean anything. I know a lot of people are excited that Kevin Owens is the United States Champion. To me, the guy not even a month ago was the Universal Champion, which in my mind is the biggest championship there is in the WWE. And now here he is falling down to the United States belt, which honestly, since around WrestleMania 31 when John Cena beat Rusev, that was about the last time that belt really meant anything. And the second that Cena dropped that title, it lost everything. And even when Cena was able to regain it, it never really got going. Roman Reigns had his time with the belt. I thought maybe they would start doing the open challenge with him. They didn't do that either. So he just had the title, and it was just a title. When you go down the names on WWE.com, the New Day makes a lot of sense for the same reason that we talked about Kevin Owens. They were the champion of Monday Night Raw with the tag team division for 6,000 days. They fought everybody. They beat everybody. Now they're jobbing out to everybody. If they move over to SmackDown, you've got fresh names over there. American Alpha, they've never had a match with them. The Fashion Police, never had a match with them. Who knows if the Ascension ever did, because if they did, it didn't matter. The Vaudevillains are gone now. But you got a lot of good teams over there. I know we've seen the Usos with them, but the Usos are really reinvented. The Usos versus the New Day would be really cool to see. There's rumors about them making Big E a big deal. Honestly, for that, you'd have to split up the team. That would be something, but as we know right now, the New Days are big movers of merch, and honestly, even if they are getting a little bit stale, I think they should keep that team together just for them to come out with 10 more t-shirts, get some more figures, and this, that, and the other. I think they'll keep them together just to make the money. I do love Big E. I've been a big supporter of him for a big time. Hopefully they'll find a way to start using the New Day where they did like in that Money in the Bank where Kofi Kingston was in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And then you also had New Day defending their titles on the same show. So hopefully they won't be just stuck into a tag team. I know that when they've done interviews on podcasts, they talked about that was really the goal of the team. We honestly really haven't seen that since. I mean, even if you go back, to the Open Challenge with John Cena, Xavier Woods got a title shot, Big E got a title shot, and then everybody was thinking that Kofi would get the title shot on the pay-per-view, and they would be able to find a way for Kofi to get the win, and they did not go that direction. It is what it is. Other names that are on there are like Nakamura. Honestly, in my mind, Tamu Shinsuke right now, honestly, wouldn't really make that much sense. Having him on Smackdown, to me, really is a good replacement for John Cena. When Nakamura came in, he came in at the right time. He was able to sort of set the pace for NXT that Finn Balor was leaving, and he was going to be, the new guy. Honestly, a lot with NXT, you don't get to see the same guys wrestle week in and week out because of the fact it's only a 1-hour show. When Balor would wrestle, it was honestly a really big treat, and you would go out of your way to see it no matter who he was facing. But Nakamura was having matches with guys each and every week for weeks upon end to set the tone that he was the new guy. Dude, the sun is really bright. I think that this is going to be a real fun 2 nights of wrestling. I'm hoping that the gimmick factor isn't, just honestly way too much. I don't really know many other guys that really do matter. I mean, Roman Reigns, if he is able to jump to Smackdown, honestly, right now would be a big deal. The people talking about what's the next pay-per-view, Payback, where now I guess the plan is that Finn Balor, I'm sorry, the plans is right now with Payback is that Roman Reigns is going to lose to Braun Strowman, setting up Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar at the next Raw pay-per-view in the main event. That's some serious bullshit right now, okay? I know that everybody is upset that he beat Undertaker at WrestleMania. Everybody's upset the match wasn't that great. Everybody's upset that Taker is retired. But, I mean, that's basically like going back to WrestleMania 17 where they treated Triple H like he was chopped liver. Okay, Stone Cold Steve Austin goes in. He wins the Royal Rumble. It becomes the #1 contender. They go to the next pay-per-view, which is No Way Out, I believe. Triple H beats Stone Cold Steve Austin in a 3 Stages to Hell match. And then all of a sudden, Austin's still your #1 contender. He wins a championship at WrestleMania. Triple H beat the guy at the last pay-per-view in 2 matches on the same show. He loses to The Undertaker at WrestleMania, and it's just nothing. It's almost like forgotten about that these guys had an awesome match the pay-per-view before. Roman Reigns, I know it's been done before, he beat Undertaker at WrestleMania. That's a huge deal. You gotta play off on that. And for him just to show up and lose to fucking Braun Strowman, who I guess people think is the next Andre the Giant or some shit like that, people are gonna turn on Strowman in no time. Mark my words. A lot of people like him right now. The second you see this guy start working longer matches with other guys, you're going to be able to figure out that it's not what you think it is. So Roman moving to me honestly would save him from that ordeal. Honestly, I don't think that Smackdown is a huge step down from Monday Night Raw anymore. I like the way that they talk about it on Cheap Heat, the way that Rosenberg brings it up. He says that Smackdown is a wrestling show. They'll be able to show off on the fact how great of a wrestler Roman Reigns is, putting him in with a lot of great talents, having good matches. But Monday Night Raw is a show about a wrestling show. Other names that I've seen, talked about being moved would be Sami Zayn. It is what it is with him. It's not going to matter which show he's on. I think the one thing that's really going to hold him back is his size. But going to the wrestling show, being able to wrestle good matches, going to be fun stuff. We'll talk about this definitely after Monday Night Raw. We'll probably talk about what's going to be happening on Smackdown. At least when we talk next time, we'll be able to know how they're doing it and be able to figure out who the next phase of guys are. So I'm going to have fun today. I'm going to go over, I'm going to listen to what happened Monday with Tony Schiavone and Conrad Thompson. That's my Monday podcast. They're talking about Halloween Havoc 1992. I believe it's Spin the Wheel, Make a Deal. Peace out. I'm about to hit the big hill, and I think my phone's going to tip over. So I'll see you guys down the road.